wireless is better? I'll hold it, Father. Okay, well, thank you for having me at your event today. I'm very, happy to be here. Actually, we're in town. We're doing the show tonight at the Ram's Head or something. Yeah. Ram's Head Live. It's gonna be, rap show, good shit. And I'm in town, so they asked me to come to do this, and definitely I want to be here to help everybody understand this business that I've been so fortunate to be able to be involved in. My life was different. I mean, I was born in Newark, New Jersey, raised in South Central Los Angeles, and never, ever in my wildest dreams had any idea I would ever be involved in anything musical. I can't sing. I can't play any instruments. I had no intent on doing that. I was strictly street. I was trying to get paid. I was out doing everything possibly negative that you could do to get paid. I was really in trouble at the time. I was pimping. I never really sold drugs, but I would rob a drug dealer. And I was in trouble in a serious way. Ain't no lies in my life because the truth is too real. It's so easy to do. I've been doing it over 22 years, and you've never heard anybody say Ice-T lied about anything. You dig? I ain't never been called out because it's all documented and true. I'm not proud of it, but I say that to say I'm probably coming from just as bad a place as anybody in here ever came from. I have no mother, father, sister, brother, aunts, uncles, or living relatives. I was homeless when I was like 17 years old. I left high school, lived in my car, I did the whole drill. And I got my girlfriend pregnant when I was she was in the 10th grade and I was coming out of the 12th grade. And I was like, damn, man, they gotta do something, So I'm out here hustling, trying to get a little paper here and there. And I ended up joining the Army. I went into the Army, I did 4 years. I was what's called a Ranger. Y'all might watch TV shows on Discovery Channel. That just means you can do a lot of pull-ups, okay? Airborne Ranger, the whole 9 yards. I terminated jump status, went to 25th Infantry Division, Schofield Barracks in Hawaii. And when I came up out the military, my friends who were in the streets had then elevated their game and they was robbing jewelry stores. And they was like, nigga, this is what we doing. You better get one of these hammers. And basically we would walk into the jewelry stores in broad daylight, bash the jewelry cases and take them. Sometimes we would do nighttime robberies, things of that nature. I ended up getting stuck, went to jail for kidnapping for ransom because some of the cats that I was rolling with died. They wanted to snatch cats and hold them and ask for money. And then I wouldn't tell. I've been in a lot of bullshit, you understand? Rap music just came out of nowhere. This music came, a record called Rapper's Delight came out, and I was like, man, I can do that, man, I can do that. So when I came out of the Army, I had a lot of stereo equipment that my hustle was, I'm gonna throw parties and get money, just parties. And I started to throw these parties and people would come, but I was getting more attention by saying bullshit rhymes. I was whack as hell, but nobody could really rap. So I'm like saying rhymes. We just going for what I know, but it was entertaining to people. So I found out that I could make more money by carrying the microphone than all them damn speakers, moving the club to club. So what I would do is I would come in as a rapper at 5 parties. And at that time, I was getting like $50. And I would show up at 5 different parties and make, $250. It was hustling to me. It was like fun, but all I'd have to do is rhyme on the mic. Then we started finding my name on flyers that wasn't, I wasn't at. And that was even more fun because we would just show up and jack them like, yo, I'm on this flyer. Y'all gotta give me some paper. Some of these motherfuckers is in here to see me, man. We need to get paid. So, that was the really beginning. So I'm rapping around, wasting my time. We hustling during the day, rapping. And then this movie, really what happened was I was rapping at a beauty parlor. I was trying to knock some bras. I used to get my hair done 3 times a week. I had them waves, you know, I get them waves, pumped in with that, those magnetic rollers and that lot of body. Y'all pimps don't know about that. I had to get it right, you did, because, you know, the hustle I was in, I had to look better than the bras, man. You know, so I had to be fly, you know, so I'm in there macking at these girls and I'm rhyming, and this guy says, you want to make some money with that? And I'm like, what? He said, make a record. I'm like, you kidding me? He said, yeah. So he put me inside his car. He had a record that was made by the time, Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. He took the girls singing off of the record and had me rhyme. It was a record called The Coldest Rap. It was put out in 1982. That's how long ago. So I did that record. Homeboy, I think he might have gave me $500, and that was it. I ain't get no more money. I couldn't even find dudes. Welcome to the business. So some other cats, they found out about this record, and they had this club downtown LA called The Radio, and they were like, I was the only rapper. And this record had been getting spun every night. So I went to this club. If they play your record in a particular club, little do you know you're a star in that club. If they play that record every night in this particular club. So nobody else may have ever heard my record, but this one club knew my shit. So when I came into the club, people were like, oh, it's Ice-T. I was like, yo, this is like fame, right? So I'm like, I get up on the stage, I start doing my song, they knew the words. I was like, man, this is fun. Now, at the time, all my boys, we had jewelry, I had a Porsche, I had every Fila sweatsuit, I had everything you could have as a young hustler, all right? So I'm like, we started lying to the girls. We like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I mean, we got record deals and shit. We don't have nothing, but we look like it. So anyway, long story short, a movie came in called Breaking. And they said, we're going to make a movie in here called Breaking. You might have heard of this movie with Boogaloo, Sherman, and Shabba. Now, before you diss me, show me a picture of what you wore the day your mother took you to see that movie. I was cooler than you then, too. Because you knew you had the Michael Jackson joint, you know, the whole nine. Y'all stand up, this is kind of weird. Right. So I had the mic, so I'm doing my thing. I'm like, okay, we want me to be in this movie. So I do the movie, still not really constant thinking I'm a rapper. And the movie kind of jumped off and people was like, you're a rapper. I'm like, I'm a rapper, but I really ain't got no raps. You know, I'm on TV. And then I was like, okay, but see, you gotta remember at this time, nobody had ever bought a car rapping. There was no sense to rapping. Nobody had got no money. And I'm rolling with hustlers. I'm like, we gotta get paid. So I went and saw Run DMC and the My Adidas tour. And I went to this forum and I seen the lasers and I seen the whole thing was big. And I'm like, this shit can be big. I'm like, this is rock and roll. This is big. I'm looking up this way. I'm looking at people behind me. And I'm like, man, I need to take this more seriously. So that night, man, I must have went home and wrote like 25 rhymes. And I started to get more and more and more serious with it. I wanted to get better and I wanted to get better because I saw there was money. Remember this. Everything I ever done in my life been based around getting paid. I'm not somebody who I love the music. No, I wanted to get paid. I needed to get paid. I was like, this could really work, right? So I started to focus in. I made a few more indie records. I went to New York City. I met a cat from New York named Africa Islam, who was part of the Zulu Nation. And he took me, I came and lived in his house to shop my record. Now here I'm in New York City, trying to push a record, trying to get a record deal. I don't know what I'm doing. Nobody had no record deals. It was what am I going to do? So I went to all the clubs and I'm walking in there, but I had to look. I had the jewels. I was blinking. It was like, who is this nigga? Is he a star? I'm like, nah. But I got paper. I'm cool with it. You dig? So I went in there and I started to perform in New York City, and all of a sudden this